It's D-Day for the Super Falcons of Nigeria as they bid to qualify for the women's football event of the Paris 2024 Olympics, as they will be taking on their South African counterparts in the second leg of their final qualifying fixture for the games. And of course, with the first leg advantage for the Super Falcons, we all know that playing away to South Africa is no child's play. Hello and welcome. This is Pulse Rail on the network service of the Nigerian Television Authority. I am Bade Adeleye. On the road today, we're reaching you from the beautiful Moshood Abiola National Stadium as always, but we're not at the main bowl because the main bowl is actually busy and quite noisy at the moment. All right, on the road today, we'll be giving you the usual, not forgetting that Nigeria's Rivers United are out of the CAF Confederation Cup. And of course, we'll be talking about the Nigeria Premier Football League. We had match day 29 games last weekend. And of course, we talk the Premier League and other top leagues in Europe. And do not forget that the UEFA Champions League is back. So these and many more. And don't forget that our spotlight today will be on the Super Falcons. And they've got a show on this show. And we're also celebrating the International Day of Sports for Development and Peace. These and many more on the show today. Once again, you're welcome. Okay, straight to the business of the day. Let's begin with football. The good news or not too interesting one. Okay, let's go for Rivers United, who have been booted out of the CAF Confederation Cup in the quarter-final stage after losing their second leg encounter to USM Alger in Algeria last Sunday. And of course, that match ended 2-0 in favor of the home side. And of course, just last week, Rivers United recorded a 1-0 win over their opponents, but in the second leg, they were unable to overturn, the two-goal, lead that, the home team raced into. They got one in the first half and another in the second half, although it came in a controversial manner. But facts do not really care about your feelings, and the fact is that Rivers United are out of continental football, which means no Nigerian team on the continent competing again. But in case you didn't see that encounter, let's quickly show you the highlights and of course get the reaction of the coach of Rivers United after their Ouster.
The match has been played and won. Give them kudos. I think we lost this game right away in Nigeria. We had a lot of chances and we compared. When here today, that's why we lost 2-0. Everybody who watched this game will believe and will see, will understand that yeah, we had our own share of the game, but we couldn't convert our chances, lost so many chances.
Better luck next time to Rivers United. So sad that there's no longer, a Nigerian team on the continent competing. All right, let's return home now and talk Nigeria Premier Football League. As last weekend, we had match day 29 games. Niger Tornadoes were the biggest winners, hammering Gombe United 5-0. And we got loads of other interesting results, including Heartland picking up a win 3-1 against Sporting Lagos. So let's quickly show you some highlights and of course the full results, while also updating you when it comes to the league table. Okay, away from the Nigeria Premier Football League now and straight to the top 5 leagues in Europe. Let's start with England, where we got loads of interesting results last weekend. Can you imagine Arsenal back to the top of the league and their fans are already shouting it's lonely at the top again? And that came after Manchester United held Liverpool to a 2-2 draw. Interesting game at Old Trafford. And of course, Manchester City got a win in their counter against Crystal Palace after Arsenal, beat Brighton. So it's like Arsenal, they don't even know how to lose again. And of course, in other leagues, can you believe that Victor Osimhen got a powerful header in their win over Monza, getting Napoli that 4-2 victory? And of course, in the German Bundesliga, Bayern Munich lost again. And of course, Bayer Leverkusen are very close to winning the Bayern, the German Bundesliga. Quite interesting one. So let's quickly show you the results we got last weekend, and of course we'll also bring you the fixtures when it comes to the UEFA Champions League for today and tomorrow. Can't wait for those matches tonight and of course Wednesday night. All right, let's now turn our attention to the Super Falcons, who have got a big day ahead of them as they bid to qualify for the Paris 2024 Olympics. And of course, if you know the drill on this show, it is time for the MTN Super Falcons show. Take it away.
What a match that was. It was a real battle between the Super Falcons and the Banyana of South Africa in the first leg of the Paris 2024 Olympics 4th round qualifiers at the Moshood Abiola Stadium, Abuja on Friday. It was a massive clash and we are glad that the Super Falcons will be heading to Luftus Westveld, Pretoria with some level of confidence for the return leg happening today. We hope to see them pick up the ticket to the Olympics for the first time in 15 years. It's on this note that we welcome you to the MTN Super Falcons show. My name remains Osereme Inekwenebo, and this show is proudly brought to you by MTN, the #1 telecommunications company. Now, let's go on this really short break, and when we come back, we'll offload all the juicy details that we have about the Super Falcons. Just stay with us. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you haven't missed much. That, of course, is Super Falcons and Besiktas of Turkey defender Glory Ogbonna, showing that she's just as capable of doing great stuff outside the field with her new endeavors. She owns a clothing line, so you should do well to patronize our defender. Now, let's take you to Moshood Abiola Stadium, Abuja, and see how the Super Falcons prepared and, of course, the highlights of the match proper ahead of the second leg in Pretoria, South Africa. Here it is.
When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Clear sky. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Clear sky.
That looks good, darling.
I learned from the best.
Flattery won't get you far, husband.
But it got you to marry me, didn't it? Close your eyes. I have a gift for you.
Wait, down?
Baby, close your eyes.
Okay.
Bring all the world to you.
This is a thank you for all the sunrises that you've given me all these years.
Babe, now you're going to make me cry.
Don't worry, baby. I'll be home soon.
Every moment, every smile, every emotion is richer with the right connection.
Thank you for lighting up my life, babe. You're a real gift.
Well, there you have it. We're wishing our Super Falcons the very best in this match against South Africa, as this will determine if Nigeria will be at the women's football event of the Paris 2024 Olympics come July. I believe in the Super Falcons, and you should believe in the Super Falcons too. We've got this. And that's it for the show today. But just before we go, let's get your prediction for the game happening this evening. What's the scoreline of the second leg Paris 2024 Olympics qualifier match between South Africa and Super Falcons? What will the scoreline be? Let us know your predictions. Go to our social media platforms, our social media pages across all platforms, and post your answers there. It's MTN Nigeria on Facebook and YouTube. It's MTN NG on Instagram and X. And of course, you can also comment across all other social media platforms at The Super Falcons Show. I'll take that again, The Super Falcons Show. Let us know your predictions. Is it 2-1 in favor of Nigeria? Is it 2-0 in favor of South Africa? I know you don't want to go there. It's definitely in favor of the Super Falcons. If not, me and you will enter the same trouser. Anyways, in case you missed the show today, remember that you can also catch it on MTN's Ayoba app. And this show airs 9 a.m. every Tuesday on NTA. So till I come your way in the very next episode, we shall be popping some bottles of champagne, as the Super Falcons of Nigeria definitely will pick up their ticket to Paris 2024. Thank you to my producer Tayo Ogunshoye and the guys making things happen at the back, Big Jimmy, Bade, and of course Uche. So from myself and all of us on the MTN Super Falcons show, it's bye for now.
You're still watching Sports Roll on the network service of the Nigerian Television Authority. It's getting more interesting now as we have joining us live, and of course is right there in Int'L Sports 24 studio at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, talking about Femi Abegunde, the Rivers State Marathon International Marathon Project consultant. Join me in welcoming him to Sports Roll. Femi, if you can hear me loud and clear, many thanks for joining us on Sports Roll.
Always a pleasure to be here. Good morning.
All right, quite interesting. Let's get to the subject of discussion for today. And of course, it's about the Rivers International Marathon, coming up, very soon. So tell us, why is Rivers State, queuing in into that? Why is Rivers State, having the international marathon?
Well, interesting question. And of course, I think the reasons are very obvious. Every serious city understands the importance of international traction. We talk about economics, we talk about expanding social enterprise. Ultimately, for those who understand those big English, it's about commerce, it's about Naira and Kobo. And what events such as the international marathons do is to help you push forward your tourism master plan and ultimately give you, on the long term, a lot of foreign direct investment. Because when you have a lot of foreigners come to your city for the first time, they will patronize your locals, they will use transport, they will stay in hotels, they will buy merchandise, etc. So ultimately, it's one of the strongest tools now globally that international major cities are using to promote a very good city culture and also positive city branding.
Well said, well said. That's quite interesting. But I'm curious, I want to know, was it about the marathon in terms of participation, registration, athletes that have been expected, and of course, what has been the reception since the idea of the Rivers International Marathon, came up? Okay,
so our big idea is to expand this to every single person who would like to participate at the Rivers International Marathon globally. So outside of the elite feed that we're having that are coming from mostly the Kenyans and Ethiopians and co. Registration on our website is open to anybody from anywhere who would love to participate on this amazing journey. Also, the locals are taken care of. And when I say locals now, I'm not only talking about the local elites. I'm also talking about everyday people who have graduated from seeing marathons as just a curious hobby to a full-fledged national phenomenon now. We have also created a local category prize money where they also get something reasonable or something very decent for their participation.
All right, well said. And of course, it's quite interesting to know that, Nigerian athletes do, understand that there's something huge for them in that particular marathon. Now, let's know, when is it coming up?
The marathon is holding on the 18th of May, year 2024, in the beautiful city of Port Harcourt. For those who don't know how important that date is, the marathon doubles as one of the important highlights to celebrate the current administration, because we can't but give kudos to His Excellency Sir Siminalayi Fubara, who saw through our lens the importance of bringing this international marathon to his own city. Is enthusiastic about what this will benefit the Rivers people. So I encouraged about the numbers of people who would on a normal Saturday morning or Sunday morning come out to just run with their friends. So we're expecting roughly between 7,000 to 10,000 runners altogether.
Wow, that's really huge.
We're very ambitious.
Beautiful, beautiful. That's what we always support. Many thanks for joining us on Sports Rail.
It was a pleasure.
All right, quite beautiful. I've been speaking with Femi Abegunde, and of course is the project consultant for the Rivers International Marathon taking place in May 2024. All right, you're still watching Sports Rail on the network service of the Nigerian Television Authority. And of course, the 6th of April, every year, is International Day of Sports for Development and Peace. And of course, this year's edition of the celebration, obviously, was commemorated just last Saturday. And Francisca Bile, in this special report, will be telling us about the importance of the day and, of course, how it affects sports in Nigeria.
Sport has from time immemorial been a veritable tool for social correction and the promotion of unity globally. It is also a bridge builder among nations, promoting peace as well as sustainable development objectives. With this in mind, the International Day of Sport for Development and Peace was established with the goal of promoting the power that sport has to drive social change, build and develop communities, as well as fostering peace and understanding throughout various cultures and people groups in the world.
Sport is a unifier. It brings people together. And in Nigeria in particular, whenever I say any sport event, you find out that there is no tribe, there is no religion. And that is a key to development. What we need is encouragement. We have infrastructure. What we need to do is to also maintain those infrastructure.
Most especially the grassroots sport development. It's a very important sector of the sport. It is where you catch them young. We must begin to develop our love for other sports. There are thousands of sports there that people are making waves. The All African Games have shown that we had more medals in other sports that we don't even have any in football.
This day got its start in 2013 when the United Nations worked together to build a day in recognition of the positive impact of sport on various aspects of humanity, including the advancement of human rights as well as social and economic development. The day was then supported by the International Olympic Committee when it was first celebrated in 2014. Now in Nigeria at different times, especially in football, we have witnessed the practical demonstration of sport and the promotion of national unity.
Sport is not just an ordinary thing. It has been further boosted to become a revenue generating platform. Like in the NBA, you use most of this revenue to build schools in community. That also sports does help to take people away from the streets. And it also helps to take criminality from neighborhoods.
For Nigeria, it's not far-fetched that our sports continue to dwindle down as a result of the way we have managed it. And the call to be able to be much more proactive is here and imminent. The call to be able to, prepare adequately.
The global theme for 2024 International Day of Sport for Development and Peace is Sport for the Promotion of Peace and Inclusive Societies. In Abuja, Francisca Bile, NTA News.
Many thanks, Francisca, and of course with that we've come to the end of Sports Rail. As always, I want to thank you for hanging out with us. And do not forget that Int'L Sports 24 is always available for you on Star Times and Free TV to enjoy unlimited sports content. And of course, the next time I'll be on the show, just like I will always tell you, be yourself and never put yourself in trouble. I am Bade Adeleye, and I will see you next time.